Westside Wasabi Chicken and Cheese, everybody. It's your boy, R.I.P. Retroid here, and today I got for you guys a little bit of not really a vlog, more like what are these considered? I don't know. They're like a review, but not really a review. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is really the whole topic of video game movies. I was just thinking about it, and I was wondering about why it fails, why most video game movies these days don't do really well. And I was thinking, and I just realized why, and most of it is attributed to the reason, like the main reason is because the movies that like directors and studios always choose are the ones that like have the most linear stories. They don't choose the ones with like the crazy outlandish stuff. Like, let's talk about Tomb Raider for a second. Everyone knows the Tomb Raider, well, most people know the Tomb Raider game, and a lot of people know the Tomb Raider movie, and everyone knows that those movies did horribly. Absolutely, like, almost everyone in the gaming community hated those movies. They didn't do well. They weren't just good. Like, they were just horrible at all. They were horrible, is what I'm saying. And one of the main reasons that, like, the reason why they were horrible is because they followed such a linear path. Like, they followed the Tomb Raider games, or the original Tomb Raider, which you can't do. Because think about it. I mean, the Tomb Raider game, it's already got, like, it's a game, It's already got that whole, like, you can see exactly what's happening, and they don't have a lot to go on. Let's say, I don't know, so the Tomb Raider game, like I'm saying, it's too linear. There's too much stuff there. It follows one set path, and everything happens in that order. And it's art. Like, you can see everything that's gonna happen. You can see it. That's why that's why movies based on books do so well. Because let's think about Harry Potter. That did so well because people originally liked the Harry Potter series as books, and then they liked the movies because what movies to books, they're really well because movies just. They visualize what you see in your head. They make it a physical thing. What you envision in your head when you see when you read a book is what the movies project onto the screen, and that's why they do so well when they're based on books. Is because they're just a visualization, like they're a physical visualization. Sorry guys, of what you see when you read a book. And that's why video game movies don't do so well, is because there's already stuff there that they see. Like, let's say someone, next week announces that they're making a movie based on GTA. That movie would do fantastic. Because they have so much to work on. Like, GTA, you can do that however you want. Yeah, it's got a linear story. All the games have, a storyline to them. But within them, they're open world, so you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, and not have to worry about anything. That's why they do well. Because, yeah, they have a story, but in a game like GTA, you don't have to worry about story, because story is literally not important. You could go through a GTA game and not complete the story, and still do whatever you want. Like, they don't matter. They got cheats, they got all sorts of stuff, so you don't have to complete a story in GTA to actually do anything. And that's why they work. Or, it also works with games with a lot of lore, like the Warcraft movie. While that didn't do very well with critics, it did do well with audiences. So, at the time of release, it had a 81% like rating, 81% with audiences, and a 22% with critics. And that's just because there was so much lore. To me, personally, I believe it's because there was so much lore to work with the movie. Like, the Warcraft games, or the World of Warcraft games, or game, I should say, most of it's just DLC. Ooh, throwing shade. Anyway, the reason why, it works is because there's a huge lore. And the fact that, most of this lore is before the events of the game. And that's why they work, is because they got so much stuff to work on. Let's say they want to do something about the original, the dragon. I don't know much about World of Warcraft, because I never played it that much. But to be honest, I know there's, the DLC about dragons and all that. They could do something with that dragon. When it first, was a big thing. Because, like I said, most of the World of Warcraft, I know this much, though. Most of the World of Warcraft, all the lore, is before the events of the main game, and that's why Warcraft worked so well, because it was about an event that happened before the game, so they could literally do whatever they wanted with it, because it'd be about individual stuff within it, which is, if you guys understand, that is why it works. And, like I was saying about a GTA game, it would work a lot, it would learn a lot better, because there's so much stuff you can do in that. In the movie, it wouldn't even have to take place, you wouldn't even have to have a story. Well, I mean, obviously it would, but the story wouldn't have to be that important, because it could be about some mass murdering, crazy insane person just doing whatever, doing random jobs for random mafia bosses, just being a all around like workhorse and just murdering people, and that could be a whole movie on its own. Just going to strip clubs and all sorts of crazy stuff that you can do in the GTA games, which is why it would work so well, because it would just be a GTA game but not a game, So that's why I think a GTA movie would work so well. And then you've got other stuff like there's a lot of movies like Hitman. You see, even I thought the Hitman movie would be really good, because a Hitman game isn't that linear, Like, it's linear, and, that's the truth, but there's a lot of stuff to do within each level of Hitman, which is why I thought it would work so well, because all they have to do is just make a new target, and then have, Agent 47, do a bunch of cool stuff to get to the target. Or, have, a multiple, set layer of targets. And then he'd do, crazy stuff. And then maybe they'd have, a reference to the game with, some chicken suit or whatever. But no, they didn't do that. Well, they could have. If they had just followed a game, not followed the exact story of a game, but followed a game, done the whole idea of the Hitman game, just doing it in levels. Sort of okay, so the first part of the movie, intro or whatever. And, the second, just say, each 30 minutes. Literally could have it. And, every 30 minutes would be a new hit. And then that'd be it. It could be the whole movie, and people would have liked that better than the movie itself. So that's what I think of it personally. If you guys want to add more, or if you even want a part 2, you can tell me in the comments or drop a like, whichever one. That'll help me out as well. I'm getting real flustered over this because I have a lot of thoughts, and I have the time to express them. I just can't bring them up. Everything goes in and comes out all fast, too fast for me to comprehend, and then I get confused, and it's everything kind of just gets melded together. So I can't really keep a thought that well because I'm too flustered about this topic. But anyway, and also it's really hard for me to breathe right now. It feels like my lungs are crushing in. Anyway, nothing's happening. We're all good. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching this one. And I really hope you guys did enjoy it. And if you did, you can drop a like and subscribe, because it always helps. If you guys could really support me, that'd be great. But anyway, I love it. Thank you guys so much for the support. There has been no support at all. No offense to you guys or anything. I just, I want to thank you guys anyway, even if there hasn't been any support through all the problems and stuff. I want to thank you guys because, you're still here, there hasn't been any unsubscribes or whatever. And I thank you guys. So, I hope you guys really did, enjoy this one. And, peace out, because what's up with chicken and
for work in the field, y'all niggas ain't real. Matches on fire, but we been working the field.